Number 11, if the function is 1 to 1, find its inverse. If not, write not 1 to 1. And we've been given f of x equals negative 7x plus 1. Now, just like in number 10, f of x equals negative 7x plus 1 is a basic linear equation, and so it is 1 to 1. But again, if you're not sure, please make sure to do f of a equals f of b and see if you can get a equals b. That will tell you whether or not you definitively have a 1 to 1 function on your hands. We do, and so what we can begin to find is the inverse of f of x. And to do that, we're going to follow the given steps here on the right, which are found in your textbook on page 389. Now, the first thing we want to do is, because we were given an equation with function notation, we're going to swap out that function notation for y. So we have y equals negative 7x plus 1, and then we can go ahead and proceed with the 3 steps here. So step 1 says to interchange x and y, and all that means is that we're going to swap x and y. So we'll have x equals negative 7y plus 1. Step 2 tells us to solve for y, so let's get y all by itself. We'll start by subtracting 1. That'll give us x minus 1 equals negative 7y. And last thing we'll do is divide by negative 7. And that gives us y equals x minus 1 over negative 7, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here, and so y equals x minus 1 over negative 7. Last thing, step number 3 is to replace y with f inverse of x notation. So let's go ahead, erase y, and replace it with f inverse of x notation. Now, you could reformat the way that the right-hand side of this equation looks if you want to. So we could say f inverse of x equals, and we could break this up. Instead of writing this as a single fraction, we could break this up into 2 separate terms. So we could say negative 1 over 7x plus 1 over 7. Either way, this is probably the way that the answer key has it. I haven't looked yet, but my guess would be this format is the way that they used it. But really, either way, they're just saying, it's 2 different ways of saying the same thing, so to speak. But there's our answer for number 11. F inverse of x equals negative 1 over 7x plus 1 over 7, or f inverse of x equals x minus 1 over negative 7.